Hello and welcome to video 4. In this video, we will discuss buttons. The BBC microbit has two buttons labeled button A and button B. The microbit module represents these buttons as two objects, button A and button B. These are just like the display objects you've been using, but they have their own methods. For example, we can call the isPressed method. So, button A is pressed. We'll check if button A is being held down, while button B is pressed. We'll check if button B is being held down. Methods. Methods are attached. We need to attach the isPressed method to button A or button B, otherwise we won't know which button to check. Thank you, Grok Learning. I love this resource. Let's have a quick look at a flow diagram before we go into our programming. Here is a flow diagram. Our program starts. We have a condition. In our condition, if button A is pressed, we're going to display an image of a happy for 1 second, then clear the display. So let's write some code. Here's the last program I wrote, and we're going to modify this. So we want to show a happy face for 1 second, and at the moment we have a happy face which will just display forever because we haven't told it to do anything else. So what we need to do is first we need to create our condition. So if button A is pressed, bracket bracket colon. Now because if button A is pressed is a condition attached to it, when we press enter it indents, which means we have to do the same. Now our program's not done. When we press enter you can see the program runs and it stops. So it ran through, nothing happened, it ended. So what we need to do is we need to create a loop so that our program is always running. Now again we need to indent everything below it, highlight it, press tab. We're almost there. When I press play now, I can press button A and it will show a happy face. However, it's not showing for 1 second because we need to clear the display. So to clear our display, we just need to go display dot clear and then we call the function and we're done. Now when I press button A it will show a happy face and then it will disappear. I have a spelling error, a typo I should say. Good on you, those who picked up my typo. That's it, I'm not going to do it again. Errors are errors and we make them all the time. It's time for your first challenge for this video. Use Google to locate the BBC microbit documentation and locate an animal class that you can use as an image using display.show. With that, I want you to write a program that shows your favorite animal when button A is pressed. So now we're going to talk about using both buttons. I've created a new flow diagram to visualize how my program is going to operate. When we press start, we're first going to check if button A is pressed. If that is true, we're going to display an image of a happy face for 1 second, then we're going to clear the display. If it is not true, that means it's false. F for false. If button B is pressed, then we're going to check if that's true. We're going to display an image of a python for 1 second, then we're going to clear the display. If they're both false, the program will just continually run and wait until one of the buttons is pressed. Pretty simple. Let's give it a go. So we're going to add our second button to our code. Now what happens when most people first start coding is they'll start typing from here. Now our if condition is also a condition inside our loop. So these need to line up. So it's going to be 2 spaces here or 1 tab. So if button B is pressed, colon. And then we're going to show our Python. Now, we don't have a Python, and I can't remember what it is, so let's go to our documentation, Google BBC documentation, click on images, scroll down, and we've got our list of image classes, and we have a snake. So we don't have a Python, but we've got a snake, so let's give that a go. Now when I press play, it should show my happy face. When I press button A, it should then disappear. It should then show a snake when I press button B. And that is how you use button A and B. It's time for your second challenge of this video. Write a program that scrolls the message, "How are you today?" when you press button A, and displays the image of a butterfly for 1.5 seconds when you press button B. Good luck. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to this channel.